Hi everybody, this video goes along with section 5, which is about exponential functions using the graphing calculator. So I am aware that not everyone is going to have a graphing calculator with them at home. So I'm going to show you two things. I'm going to show you the graphing calculator because honestly, going up in mathematics, the graphing calculator would be helpful. But I'm also going to show you free software called Desmos that's on the computer. So I'll be doing both in this video. It's probably going to take a few videos to get to everything, so I'll do them in smaller chunks. So first I'm going to show you the graphing calculator. We use Texas Instruments, either a TI-83 or an 84. You're free to use anything that you know how to work, okay, but I'm more familiar with the Texas Instruments, the TI. And the buttons that you're going to want to be aware of, okay, for graphing and for tables are all up here underneath the screen, okay? I did reference in a previous video the caret button to do exponents. So that's this button right here. That'll do an exponent for you. For example, if I wanted to do 2 raised to the x, the variable button is here, this xt theta n. That'll type in a variable, okay? So those are going to be some of the important features that we want to see when you want to clear the screen. You can just press clear a few times. So what we're going to learn here is how to make a table. So we're going to go into y equals. Y equals is always where you're going to want to go for creating a graph or a table. You have to go into y equals first. And if any of your plots are on, you want to turn them off. So all that means is going up and then hitting enter, and it will take the highlight off, okay? Because you don't want to be plotting some other data that might be in your calculator. So the one that we're going to be looking at is 9.4x, remember the variable key is here, x minus 0.6. Okay, so that's what I want to tell my calculator we want to look at. I want to generate a table of values. This way I don't have to go in by hand like you saw in one of the first videos to get all of my outputs. So if I want my calculator to do that, I'm going to go to second, this blue button here, second and window, which is the table set feature if you look at the blue writing above it. So this is going to set up my table. I would like my table to start at 0 because we know we love zeros. Zeros are always good to plug in. And I'm going to change my table. That's what this triangle means, change in table. Okay, so what do you want to count by? I'm going to count by ones. I'm going to leave both of these on auto because that tells my calculator, nope, I want you to do it. Okay, I want to do it automatically. And then I'm going to press second graph because the blue writing up there says table. So second graph is going to take us to a table. Notice how it generated all of the outputs that correspond to starting from 0 and counting by ones. And I can see all the outputs there. So this is a nice shortcut to not having to do all that calculation by hand. The other nice thing about it is if you did want to look at other values that were outside of the values that you put in, all you have to do is scroll so you can see more and more and more values. Now, that might not be the most efficient way to look for values that you're interested in. What if I wanted to look at an input of 100? I'm not going to want to go through 100 values, okay, or however many more values I have to go here to find that input. So I can go back to second table set, okay, second window, and instead of making it auto, I can change my independent variable to ask. And that tells the calculator, no, you have to wait for me, okay? Wait for me to put something in. And now I'm going to go to second graph again, to the table again. Notice that this time it's blank. So maybe I want to put in 0, that's always a good one. And then maybe I want to jump around. Maybe I want to go to 100. I can just type in 100. It's going to give me the output. Maybe I want to see what happens at 500. And it'll give me the output. Maybe I want to see what happens at negative 100. Okay? And I don't have to go in order. I can put in anything that I might be interested in, and that output will show up. So this is how you generate a table using the graphing calculator. Okay? Now, if you want to create a table using Desmos, let me just bring that up here. Okay. This is just desmos.com/calculator, okay? And if I go back, I'll show you what the main page looked like. This is just desmos.com. If you want to go to the graphing calculator, just right there, graphing calculator, okay? And it's going to open up a nice blank screen for you, and you can type in whatever you want. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to type in the function that I want, okay? So it's going to be y equals, so I want to show you what I'm typing here, okay? So this is going to be y equals, and let's do the same one. Let's do 9.4x minus 0.6, okay? And enter. Notice how it automatically graphed. It's kind of cool, but I wasn't interested in the graph yet. I want to do the table. So all I have to do is go back up to what I typed in. So now let me zoom in so you can see what I'm pressing. And I'm going to go up to the gear up here, okay, the tools. And it shows me that I can do a table. I can switch to table view. So I'm going to touch that icon, and it's going to give me a table with that y that I just defined, okay? So that y equals that I just defined, okay? Make sure that this is going to the y that you want it to go to, especially if you're graphing or evaluating more than one formula, okay? But now we have all of the outputs here, okay? If you want to change these, it's just a matter of going in, pressing it, and then typing whatever you want. So I can go in here and I can delete that, and then maybe I am interested in a really big one. So I'll put in 100 and it'll happen right there. So this is more interactive. You can type in whatever you want there and generate the table that you're looking for, okay? So that is making a table using either the graphing calculator or Desmos. There are other technologies available that will allow you to do this. GeoGebra is another one. GeoGebra.org is another calculator, totally free online. If you can't get a graphing calculator, but you still want to use that, there are emulators that you can get. So you do have a lot of options here. And again, I'm just going to go through these two because I think they're the most popular, okay? They're the most intuitive. So in the next video, I'll show you how to do graphs. See you in the next video.